Aging and self-acceptance, how to embrace your changing body and identity. Few things challenge our sense of self more than the visible signs of aging. Graying hair, wrinkles, a slowing metabolism, looser skin. These changes are natural and universal, yet they often spark distress, denial, or shame. For many, aging feels like a loss not only of youth, but of desirability, vitality, and visibility. But what if the problem isn't aging itself, but how we've been taught to think about it? Accepting your aging body isn't about pretending to love every change. It's about shifting the way you relate to yourself as you age, from judgment to compassion, from resistance to peace. It's about reclaiming worth that's not tied to smooth skin or a youthful silhouette. And in a world obsessed with youth, learning to accept and embrace aging can be one of the most radical acts of self-respect. The cultural stigma around aging, the resistance to aging, doesn't emerge in a vacuum. We live in an ageist culture where youth is idealized and aging is framed as decline or failure. Anti-aging isn't just a beauty industry, it's a worldview. From advertisements that promise ageless skin to media portrayals that sideline older characters, the message is clear: younger is better, and older is to be avoided. This narrative affects both women and men, though often in different ways. Women are especially targeted by industries that profit from age-related insecurity. Wrinkles, gray hair, and body changes are framed as problems to solve. Men, while less scrutinized in appearance, often struggle with fears of diminishing strength, virility, or status. The result: many people approach aging with dread or denial, clinging to youth as an identity, or retreating from the mirror altogether. The psychological impact of aging, the emotional response to aging, varies widely, but common psychological experiences include body dissatisfaction. Many feel that their body no longer reflects who they used to be or want to be. Identity disruption. People may feel disconnected from their sense of self, especially when appearance was a major part of their confidence. Loss of control. Aging reminds us of mortality and physical vulnerability, which can trigger anxiety. Social invisibility. Older individuals, especially women, often report feeling overlooked or less valued in social and professional contexts. These feelings are understandable in a society that offers little guidance or respect for the aging process, but they are not inevitable. With awareness and intention, aging can become a time of profound self-connection and growth. The myth of staying young forever. Common approach to aging is to try to stay young through diets, exercise, procedures, or products. And while caring for your body is important, this approach often reinforces the underlying fear of aging. The goal becomes not health or vitality, but disguise. Trying to outrun aging can become an exhausting and ultimately futile mission. It also keeps people stuck in a comparison loop, measuring themselves against a past version of themselves or against younger others. What if, instead of asking, "How can I stay looking young?" we asked, "How can I live well, fully, and authentically at every stage of life?" What self-acceptance looks like as we age. Self-acceptance doesn't mean giving up or stopping self-care. It means expanding the definition of beauty, strength, and worth beyond youth. It means recognizing the dignity and power that comes with age. Here's what self-acceptance can look like in later stages of life. Grieving youth, then letting go. It's okay to mourn what's changed, but it's also possible to stop idealizing the past and make space for the present. Shifting self-worth away from appearance, building your sense of self on values, relationships, creativity, or wisdom, rather than looks. Celebrating function over form, appreciating what your body can do. Walk, breathe, feel, not just how it appears. Honoring your life story. Your body holds the record of your life. Every line, scar, or gray hair tells part of that story. Allowing change without shame, accepting that change is not failure, it's natural. It's human. Practical strategies for accepting an aging body. If you're struggling to accept your changing body, you're not alone and there are ways forward. Here are several psychologically informed strategies that can help. 1. Practice body neutrality. Rather than forcing yourself to love every wrinkle or change, aim for neutrality. Focus less on appearance and more on how your body feels, functions, and serves you. For example, these legs have carried me through decades of life, or my hands have held the people I love. 2. Challenge internalized ageism. Notice the beliefs you carry about aging. Where did they come from? Are they rooted in truth, or in cultural conditioning. Replace "I'm less attractive now" with "my value doesn't diminish with age." Challenge assumptions like "I can't wear this" or "I'm too old for that." 3. Limit social media exposure. Social media often amplifies unrealistic appearance ideals. Curate your feed to include age-diverse content, realistic portrayals of aging, and voices that embrace this stage of life. 4. Practice self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a close friend. Speak gently to yourself when you notice changes or discomfort. Dr. Kristen Neff's research shows that self-compassion reduces body shame and increases resilience. 5. Connect with age-positive community. Surround yourself with people who value authenticity over image. This might be older role models, creative groups, or communities that embrace age rather than fear it. 6. Redefine beauty and strength. Beauty doesn't disappear with age, it evolves. Start noticing and appreciating beauty in different forms: expressive eyes, graceful hands, radiant confidence. Strength, too, is more than muscle, it's presence, wisdom, humor, and perspective. The emotional work of letting go. Much of the difficulty with aging lies not in the changes themselves, but in our resistance to them, and resistance often masks grief. That's okay to grieve, to feel sad when you notice a new line, when clothes fit differently, or when a younger version of yourself flashes in memory. Grief is part of acceptance, not its enemy. But beyond grief lies freedom. When we stop defining ourselves by how closely we match a cultural ideal, we can begin to live more fully from within. We stop performing and we start being, embracing the gifts of aging. While aging brings physical changes, it also brings profound psychological and emotional gifts if we allow ourselves to see them. Perspective. With age comes the ability to step back and see what truly matters. Resilience. You've survived things your younger self couldn't imagine. That strength matters. Authenticity. Many people report feeling more themselves with age, less concerned with people-pleasing, more grounded in their values. Freedom from image. As you release the pressure to look a certain way, you make space for deeper self-expression. Final thoughts. Aging is not a flaw to correct or a battle to win. It is a natural, inevitable, and often beautiful part of being alive. Accepting your changing body isn't always easy, especially in a culture that worships youth, but it is possible and deeply worthwhile. True self-acceptance doesn't mean you won't have moments of insecurity. It means those moments no longer define you. You begin to inhabit your body with dignity, gratitude, and peace. And perhaps most importantly, you realize your worth was never skin deep to begin with.